Hey guys, Super Kid here, and welcome back to the Daily Talk Show. It isn't actually daily, but we're still going to call it that anyway. So, welcome back. So, in the last episode, I just gave a little bit of a quick intro and stuff. I described to you what we've been doing. Sorry I haven't done it in the past 2 days. We shouldn't really call this daily. We should call this every other day, because that's what's turning into. Anyway, today there's a few things I want to talk about. I was thinking about The Walking Dead, but you know what? We're just not gonna tread down that path today. Instead, we're gonna talk about the brand new Final Fantasy that is coming out soon. Or that came out. I don't know. Anyway, so I've seen a few clips of this new Final Fantasy game. Mind you, it's not the sort of thing I would buy. I mean, I have played the 2 other games. I can't remember. I think it was Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X2. And then they made another one, which I didn't play. And now they've made this one, which has nothing to do with the old characters like Lightning, Hope, and Snow, and all of those people. But anyway. I had a look at it and stuff. And like most Final Fantasy games, it is free roaming. You can walk around the world and do stuff like that, and I don't think that's a good thing. I'm glad that they're keeping that up in Final Fantasy. I'm glad they're they're keeping with the old thing. The thing I don't like is there's cars, man. There's flipping cars. I mean, Final Fantasy isn't modern, man. Final Fantasy is futuristic, not cars, big massive sword. Final Fantasy, in the name, has the word fantasy. Okay. It's a fantasy genre. No cars, nothing like that, Lovely beasts or monsters, which are really not monsters, to be honest, if you think about it. They're actually more like beasts. Anyway. Yeah, that's the only thing with it, everything else is good, except the fact that there's car scenes. You should not have car scenes, man. You should be able to fast travel like you did in Final Fantasy, I think it was X, with Lightning, when you first met Lightning in that. I mean, I loved that game, that game I raved on it, man. It was so good. I loved watching my dad play it, Final Fantasy is a good game, and now that they bring it back, I don't think they really needed to add cars in it. I don't think that's the thing that you actually really, really, really had to add. I mean, come on, guys. Let's just go back to normal when you're running around, you're killing things and you get into battles. It's what was it? Oh. You know what? I cannot remember the Final Fantasy tune. So, let's skip that Final Fantasy tune, because even though that was a good tune, I cannot remember it. But yeah, you get into those battles. And another thing is, it's quite different as well, isn't it? It's not like you have, different turns. You don't take it in turns. You also do that, which is a bit of a bummer, because I like taking it in turns where you can, choose what you want instead of just going in for, square, attack, and do all that stuff. I can do that on games like Dynasty Warriors and stuff like that. If you didn't know what Dynasty Warriors is, don't worry. It's a classic game. You do not need to know about it. It does not have anything to do with Final Fantasy, even though I'm talking about it with Final Fantasy. We'll talk about that another day. Anyway. I mean, I liked it. I love taking it in turns, fighting in turns and stuff. That's what I liked. I mean, that's what put Final Fantasy together. Nothing else, just that. And of course the characters, because, every time the characters put the games together. That and the characters. There we go. Trying to, correct myself there. It didn't go as planned, but it went as planned anyway. That also did not make. Some of the things that I say does not always make sense, okay? You're gonna have to, bear with me. And when you go, what the hell is he talking? To be honest, I would just skip over it. I wouldn't even go there, to be honest, because do you know what? You just be brought into a world of randomness, because that is my world. My world is randomness. It's nothing. It's just randomized things talking about randomized stuff. But yeah, we covered Final Fantasy in 4 minutes 40 seconds. Do you know how cool that was? It was even less because I started talking about how randomized I am. You know what? I think that goes quite well. To be honest, I don't know. There's not really much to talk about Final Fantasy anyway, so let's talk on to another genre for the next 10 minutes. I'm just kidding, okay? It might not be 10 minutes, you know. I should really make a longer one because for me not doing it in like 2 days, you know, that's a bit of a failure on my behalf. And again, I apologize. It was not planned to not do 2. I did not realize I would not be doing 2 episodes. But I'll try and get back on the daily routine, even though like when I started it and then I didn't finish it, it was like, you know what? Never mind. Let's just get away from the missing the 2 days thing. Let's just talk something about not me messing up, because that might be a long list. That'll be like 50 minutes right there. Just me talking about how many times I messed up and stuff. Like on games, in real life, and all that stuff. That'll be wow. Let's talk about. I got an idea. Guardians of the Galaxy, because this isn't talking about. This isn't just talking about games. This is talking about films as well. We don't just have to talk about games. We can talk about films as well. Mind you, they're only like, wow. There's one film, and then they're making another one now, which is coming out in 2017, which I'll probably talk about maybe in like another video. If I'm still doing this daily, like I said, I'll try and stick at it. We'll see how long we can stick at it for, mind you. This is the 5th of December, so when we done it, it was the 2nd, so 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So we did miss 2 days. My calculations is not correct. Anyway, back to Guardians of the Galaxy. If you do not know what this is, you should really, you know, it's a modern thing. It's created by Marvel, one of the best superhero films creators ever. Stan Lee, man. All the love to Stan Lee. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that, and maybe I'll talk about I'm a Celebrity in a minute anyway, because we need to cover this, because it's been 3 weeks. Mind you, I did not watch the end. Anyway, so, Guardians of the Galaxy was like, I think it was like a really good thing to create, because, I don't know, man, it was just cool, man, having like this guy who was bad. He was like really, really bad, and then he turns good, man. I don't know. The Star-Lord, what was it, Rocket? I forgot his name today. I was like, ooh, it's this little vacuum thing. I was like, dude, that is Rocket, seriously. You just get up to date with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I was like, I'm sorry. Anyway, Rocket, Groot. Mind you, like, Groot is one of the funniest characters I've ever seen. I think it was like one of the funniest characters that Marvel has actually created, because, you know, he's just like, is that the only thing you can say? He can say, I am and Groot, and that was it. Like, that was it. And then at the end it was like, we are Groot, and you were there like, oh my god, did he actually just say that? Like, oh my god. Oh boy, by the way, massive spoiler alert by what he says and what he doesn't say. Oh, said that a bit late, but we're gonna carry on anyway before I get all the hate in the world for doing these stupid series. I'm talking about things that don't really matter in the world, but we're still gonna talk about them anyway. Damn. This is how sad my life has got. Talking into a phone right now. Talking into something that's just like squirreling, because like, I don't know, like, but yeah, I like the actor of Star-Lord, mind you. I do not remember actors' names, to be honest. I'm very stupid like that, you know. I'm very forgetful of names. Like, they go, oh, it's you. Oh, damn. You gonna remember a name? You know, you just have to give me a second. I will remember it. Can you remember it faster? You gotta give me a few seconds, you know. You just gotta, yeah, shoot. You know what? What's your name? And it's like a really easy name. You just said like, well, now I feel really embarrassed. It could have been like a really, really, really long name, because that would have been hilarious. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, I like Star-Lord because it's kind of weird, because he's an Earth person who goes into outer space. He meets aliens, man. Imagine going up and meeting an alien. I mean, imagine how cool that would be. I would just be like, oh, dude, I'd probably like faint. I'd be like, oh my god, you're an alien. But then again, he's been there for like ages, because I think it was like 10 years later, wasn't it, when we see him on the Earth, and then it was like 10 years later and he's out in space and he's doing bounties for that guy, you know. Yeah. So that Guardians of the Galaxy is covered. You know, we've done Guardians of the Galaxy, we've done Final Fantasy. Now it's time to get away from Beasts and stuff, because Like, we've been on Beast for quite a while, you know. What about Last of Us? Because if you guys did not know, Last of Us 2 will be coming out in 2017. Mind you, there are a lot of cool games that will be coming out, and to be honest, you know what? Sorry, you know what? Now we're going to talk about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. If you did not know that show, it was on earlier on, you know. The final was last night. Scarlett won, mind you, even though I forgot watching the episodes. I still did keep up to date of who went out. Joel made second and Adam was third. Good on you, Joel. You know what? To be honest, I, myself, really, really wanted Joel to win. I don't know why. It was like, he's a funny guy, you know, man. I just really wanted him to win, but he didn't. I was like, no, god damn it. Oh, damn it, I should have voted. Because, like, I didn't vote if I didn't watch it, you know, like, it was kind of a stupid idea on me, but, you know, I'm a Celebrity has been amazing, you know. I can't remember how many years it actually has been on for, but, you know, I love I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's just such a good thing, you know. I think it's one of the best reality TV shows I've ever seen. That's how cool it is, and down to earth, right now, it's one of the coolest things, you know. One of the coolest things ever to talk about, like, it's a really good conversation starter, like, did you see last night I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? And the other person would go, oh, hell yeah, I did. Oh my god, it was so good. And you'd be there like, yeah. That's how I get into the friends group right there. I just talk about popular TV shows, and they'd be like, oh my god, the popular TV shows. Yes, we were going to talk about them. Like, oh, it's so amazing. I mean, I had a really, like, long chat. It was like, I don't know, half an hour chat, and, like, with one of my friends, I was, like, chatting to them. Chat about Resident Evil. No, I did not mean Resident Evil. I don't know why that came into my head. We chatted about the Walking Dead games, PewDiePie, Red Dead Redemption 2, which is coming out. What else did we talk about? Oh, we also talked about Last of Us 2, Watch Dogs 2, and we also talked about our channels, you know, because we have channels, me and him. We're like good friends with our channels, and, you know, it's cool. And I said, make a hate video on me, because I know that my videos are so sucky that everybody would be like, yep, you know, you're right to make a hate video on this kid. Oh, this kid is so sucky. And I'll be there like, I can't believe you guys think that about me. I mean, oh my god, you know. I tried to be really good on YouTube, and no, you just use me. And I actually just, like, cry in the corner. And, like, my friend would come up to me and like, I'm sorry, bro. And I'll be like, no, you can't say it sorry. Of all the hate you created me. You're the one who told me to do it. I don't care. If I told you to go jump off a bridge, would you do it? You know, yeah. I think we're going to end this talk show here. So, this is the end of today's talk show. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It means a lot. Tune in daily for this. Hopefully it'll be every day now. And I will not miss any other days. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.